Why is the BBC protecting the Iranian regime? What started as protests by brave young girls refusing to wear the hijab, many tortured and executed by the government, has now turned into a full-blown mobilization against the Ayatollah regime. Born out of the Iranian Revolution, the regime turned a largely liberal intellectual Persia into an extremely authoritarian Islamic dictatorship. By the way, with the open support of tolerant European thinkers like Foucault, especially those linked to French Marxism. Despite the humanitarian crisis, the BBC, the UK's main news outlet, has been accused of barely publishing any stories about this movement fighting for liberal freedoms. BBC staff like World Affairs editor John Simpson have claimed they're reluctant to cover it as it's hard to verify information in Iran, just like it is in Gaza. Some critics went as far as accusing the BBC of global impartiality and of prioritizing Gaza, which the BBC press team said was factually inaccurate. But is it? Well, Beehive News analyzes every single article published by the main UK and global outlets every day, including the BBC, and we have a concrete and measurable answer. Checking the numbers, we observe that the BBC hasn't published 10 or 20% more, but almost 900% more articles about Gaza in the last 6 months than it did about Iran. It's almost 9 times more articles. And that's even though the situation in Gaza has been more stable since the recent peace plan, whilst unrest in Iran has exponentially escalated in the last months. As we all probably know by now, the BBC's top management has recently stepped down after their own internal due diligence work concluded, among other things, that they protected the terrorist group Hamas in the coverage of Gaza. Something that our daily ratings had long identified. So why is the BBC happy to publish thousands of articles with unverified information released by a terrorist group with a direct interest in influencing the narrative in Gaza, but is reluctant to give a platform to a legitimate civilian movement grasping for freedom in Persia? Download Beehive News now. We're the only news rating app in the world that assesses the bias behind every single news article every day and in real time.